want to communicate with people around the world? Here, use my crystal ball.
Hauntcast Bone Phone.
Celebrating 11 years of Finding Fears. Chilling with me on the Bone Phone is Rob Nulton of the HauntRaider.com. What's up, Rob?
Not much. How are you?
So how many haunts have you visited over the past 11 years?
We're probably talking around 30 to 40 haunts, at least on the eastern coast. We've definitely grown over the years. This, just to give you a really small backstory, this started as just an idea. My family back years ago owned a haunted attraction, and I just sort of missed it after so many years of not being in the industry. And naively, I thought, well, who does this? I didn't think people actually went around doing this for haunted attractions, and lo and behold, there were some. There's not as many as there are today. Obviously, I think there's like thousands now that try to go around and do it. But yeah, we started about 11 years ago, going on 12 this coming October. And like I said, we've been transformed more into a haunt service community organization where we try to help haunted attractions, consult with them, provide marketing. It's all been done free, so that way we can truly help them and get the word out for them and build their business.
So you're offering services to haunted attractions for free? Am I getting that right?
Through our reviews and through consultations and stuff, and we provide marketing through our website, so it's nothing, I would say, huge. I mean, we're not going out there and, blasting everybody in the United States. It's mostly, like I said, through our websites that we have and our Facebook pages. We provide some free marketing there. So any fans that are connected with us, or anytime we put reviews out or news out, they obviously share that, and that helps. So it's a small way to give back. It's not anything huge like other places that charge for it. But it's just a small thing we do because we just really want to give back.
So do you work in the industry?
I do. I'm currently a co-owner at a haunted attraction here in north central Pennsylvania called Shock Walk Haunted Attraction, which is something I'm really excited about. We took a year off last year. We're going to redesign and rebuild this year, or from last year to this year, so we can be ready for October. So I've been in the industry for probably about 25 years. Like I said, my family owned one when I was younger, had a stint where we didn't have one, and now I'm back in the game. I'm looking forward to doing this again.
Is your haunt indoors or outdoors?
It is an outdoor trail.
So you had no haunt in 2019?
No, we shut down for 2019. The trail had gotten really weathered and was not safe, so we shut it down so we could do reconstruction on certain parts that were deemed unsafe for our patrons, and that was something we deemed ourselves. It wasn't anything that anybody told us. We just didn't feel safe after going through it ourselves and said, we need the time to rebuild and reestablish ourselves and fix the trail. So we took that time, and we're looking to be back up here for October of 2020.
You've mainly just traveled
Correct.
all around, mostly the Northeast, or have you gotten down to the Southeast, or how far have you gone?
We've gone as far as Florida to make our visits, as east as pretty much to Ohio. We actually were just at HauntCon. They had their haunt tours there. So like I said, we've gone around the country a good bit, not obviously the whole thing. We've been invited all over, but obviously that's not the easiest thing to do. We all have our jobs and things to do, and it's just hard to coordinate that. But we have been trying to reach out. Our biggest thing is we have been asked to grow, and it's just so hard because when you create something and you establish respect, you don't want to lose that. And by creating organizations where you're not there to oversee, there's no guarantees that people are going to abide by the rules that you've set. We make it clear that we're not out there to get freebies. We pay for our things. Like I said, we've had people that have offered to let us come in, but we make it clear that we never ask and we never intend for that. We just want to come out and create a relationship with the owners so we can help them and work together. But like I said, we just don't want other people to think it's a free ride where they can go out and just have fun and trash people, which is something we don't do. And so it's so hard to grow and expand when you don't know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, well, that's where it gets tricky, right? Because the situation you're in as you're for a rating type of situation, right? Or doing reviews. Because if you post negative reviews, let's say you don't like something and you post negative reviews and you're a little harsh, you're going to get blowback, So you're gonna get shit coming back your way, whether you're being honest about it or not. So for a while, we were doing haunt reviews on Hauntcast. It was only a couple of years, and I kind of told the guy who was doing it. I said, "Hey, look, how about this? Only do reviews of the haunts that you like, Talk up the haunts that you like. You can mention things that they could do better, but I don't feel like dealing with people coming at me like, how dare you break and, blast my haunt and all this other shit." And I get that. I'm like, I don't, there's enough negativity on the internet. I don't need to be, So I'm like, I just don't want to deal with that. So make it easy. Talk up the haunts that you like and leave the other ones out, Is that how you kind of do it, where you're really kind of talking up the ones you like, or will you actually post really kind of critical reviews if you're really unhappy with the performance of the haunt?
That's a good question. No, the way we do it for us, and like I said, it's worked for us. We've had blowback by fans, but once again, we're not out to hurt anybody, so that's why we do what we do. But the way we go about it is we go to the haunt attraction, go through it, and obviously we spend some time with the owners afterward to give us an idea of both sides. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is having been a previous owner and a current owner and a fan, I know both sides. And there are times where customers come out and get a bad experience, but they don't realize that actors haven't shown up. It's not the owner's fault. It's something that's happened. So we don't know why a night is bad. So what we do is we provide them with a good review, no matter how bad it was. We don't up-talk it, but we don't trash them. We just tell them, okay, here's the things we liked, and then we will rate them accordingly. So we won't trash them. But if we give them 5 pumpkins or 5 skulls or whatever we're using that year, the rating system, we might say, okay, 2 or 3 as a rating system, but we'll tell them, okay, here's the good parts. Then in a private talk, whether that's by phone or by email, we will let them know, hey, here's some things you might want to consider. Here's the holes, the gaps, the issues we saw. Because if you point that out to people, they're going to look for it, and now you're just creating a negative stream. It's just consistent. And once one person starts it, it goes on and on and on, never stops. Because everyone's looking for all those negative things, and that's what they come with the mindset of. So our thing is we never trash talk anybody, because no one goes into this. I mean, you have to be clearly stupid to go into this and spend all that money to be bad. So our belief is we don't ever trash anybody. We just simply tell them what we liked, the truth of what we liked. We've never had one where they've completely disliked. I mean, there's been a lot that, we've seen like, oh my gosh, like what's going on, but never completely disliked. So that's how we do it.
All right. So out of all the haunts that you visited so far over the past 11 years, give me your top 5.
Oh boy. Reaper's Revenge, Amos Ascent, and Sir Henry's Trail down in Florida. I'd say Penhurst Asylum, Headless Horseman, Haunt Attraction, and I would probably
September.
Yeah, they're good.
Cool. Yeah, it was great. Really,
and they've got a lot going on. So I'm impressed they can pull that off with that many attractions.
Yeah, they got
it's a lot.
They got enough to keep you busy there. That's for sure. It was worth my trip.
Yeah,
it's worth the trip from Cape Cod. All right, and what was the number 1?
Reaper's Revenge was definitely our number 1.
Oh, okay. Well, what was the 5th one?
The 5th, I would say definitely Jason's Woods and Philip Springs were a tie for us. We love going to those two for sure every year.
Jason's Woods?
Yeah, Jason's Woods they're both out of Lancaster County in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. And what do you have on the agenda this year?
Well, this year, because I'm going to be working the haunt, I know they're going to go to we always start at Field of Screams because it starts so early. It's like the first one that ever opens. So they usually start there, and Reaper's Revenge is usually the season finale because it ends later in November. So as far as in between, I'm not sure. I know the plan is to hit a lot of newer ones that we have not been to, and we've heard of some that are looking to start up. So that's the plan, is to try to take a look at those.
Okay, so you have
like I said, we're still developing.
So you have a few people that work with you on the site.
Yes, there's 3 of us total right now, or 4 of us. I'm sorry. 3 will be staying on. I'm jumping off for the Shock Walk haunt attraction that I'm running, as well as the Chamber of Haunters, which I started at Hauntcon, which is a chamber of commerce for the industry. So I was elected as the chairman. So I'll be very busy. So I've handed it over to my next guy, Brian. So him and Joe and Bill will be the ones that will be taking it over and continuing their visits.
What else do you have going on?
So like I said, the Chamber of Haunters is the next thing I'll just briefly talk, if you don't mind. I'll talk about that.
Give that a plug.
So that, like I said, we started that in 2019, did the kickoff here in 2020 at Hauntcon just this past weekend. We were down in Louisiana. It was very successful, a lot of interest. The biggest thing is it's about a chamber of commerce for the industry. We're not looking to take away from or substitute for any other associations that are out there. We're simply looking to plug holes that are in the industry that people have come to us and talked about as we've made our visits, or just people who have reached out to us throughout the country, from California to Maryland to Michigan to Texas. I mean, we've heard from hundreds all over, and there's holes here and there, and we're just looking to plug those holes and assist in any way. So that's the reason we created the Chamber of Haunters for the industry
give me
to help plug that hole.
Give me an example of one of the holes that you're going to plug up. Give me. I'm not really clear.
So a lot of times, contractors have talked about they don't have a whole lot of like manuals, forms, documents. They don't know how to go through stuff. They're not sure about the inspection stuff, especially being indoors or outdoors. Obviously, that is all broken down by local municipality, but there can be documentation created and education given for an overall spectrum to help them understand what is generally required. But like I said, in their local municipalities, there'll be more to add on, I'm sure, just the way the government is. But that's one of the opportunities. Also, just education in starting a haunted attraction. There are things out there, but there's many who feel like there's other things they want to learn, and so they've been giving us these ideas, and we're going to be creating those education opportunities through that. Got
it. So there's it's like any other chamber of commerce. You join, you pay a fee, and then there's bonuses and a network of people that you can bounce off of and get to know and ask questions, learn more.
Yeah, advice, support, everything they can get. And there's a chamber board, but like I said, they're 100% volunteer. Nobody is paid in the organization. There are no employees. It is simply 100% volunteer, people who want to give their time around the country.
If they want to, have Haunt Raider come out to their haunt, what do they do?
You can go to our website, which is www.thehauntраter.com, or you can email at hauntrater@yahoo.com. They'll always get to one of myself or the other guys, and they will always respond back.
All right, and if people are interested in the Haunt Chamber, is that all set up now? Do they have a website or email and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, so the website is chamberofhaunters with an S at the end.com, or you can email us at chamberofhaunters@gmail.com. And right there you can go through our website, check it out. There's a whole bunch of information. There's a members-only page for the members, and obviously that's where the educational tutorials are. We have just audio and visual tutorials as well that are going to be added and uploaded here shortly, as well as documents, forms, and manuals that we're working on to provide content. So, like I said, there's a lot of opportunities, and we're looking forward to people getting to know us better.
Awesome. So make sure you hit up thehauntRaider.com, and it's the Haunters Chamber.
The Chamber of Haunters.
I'm sorry,
Yep, that's all right.
I want to put people in the wrong direction.
Okay.
Chamberofhaunters.com.
Yes.
Hit them up. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Chris.
I'm going now. Heaven help you.
Please like and follow the podcast. Stalk us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Links in the description. And help us by sharing Hauntcast with all your haunted Halloween brethren. Until next time, stay scary.